What's up, guys? Big D Wiz, oldschoolstereo.com, back again with a rare beast of a Soundstream amplifier. Let's find out what's the deal about this joker. Here we have a Soundstream MC500. Multiple channel is what MC stands for, and 500 is the watts. It is rated at 125 watts by 4 channels, which equals 500 watts. Or you could bridge it to 2 channels to 250 watts. And let's go over the inputs here. We have remote, ground, and positive 12 volt. We have 2 30 amp fuses. Here we have the speaker outputs for channel A. We have a variable frequency here, which we press this in and it gives us a boost, the LSE, linear subwoofer extension I think is what that is. Here's the input connectors for channel A, gold plated, and channel B is sort of the same thing. It's got the beefy speaker terminals there. It also has the LSE, which is adjustable here, so each channel is individually. Now this boost is not, it's a set boost, so you just get to choose a frequency. Now most of you who know these Soundstream amps know how you adjust the inputs and tighten the terminals down. As you can see, there are 3 flathead screws here, which when you tighten those down will tighten down the terminal. And here's the one for the speakers. And the ones that are just above the RCA jacks, or just behind the RCA jacks, these are for the input sensitivity, the gain, to adjust the gain. And as you can see, there's some more speaker terminals there. And there's the input gains for the channel B. Okay, so I turned the amplifier around so you can see the other side. Not a whole lot, just the silk screening here. A couple little chips in the paint, not too bad to be an amplifier from 1989. Speaking of that, the MC500s, from what I've been told, are pretty rare because the first batch of them had extreme paint flaking problems, because these were powder coated, I believe, and most of the other Soundstream amps were anodized, and I guess they had a bad batch, so they actually recalled a lot of the first batch of the MC500s, and you know, it was a very expensive amplifier, so they didn't sell very many anyway. And to find one that's, you know, in this shape, which it has been used but it's still in very good condition, is a pretty rare find. Now what I'm going to do now is go grab a couple of the other Soundstream amps and show you how big this joker is. You can't really tell, I know, just by my hand, but I'll show you with another amp how big it is. And here we have a shot of some standard size amplifiers. Here's a Class A102, which is a, you know, a normal size car amplifier, maybe 12 or 13 inches long, standard size, but check this joker out. I mean, it is just enormous. Not only, you know, the length, I think it's like 19.5 inches long, so it's not as big as some of the other monster amps, but just the thickness of it, I mean, it's just huge. And here's a D100 too, and I mean, it makes this thing just look tiny. You can see the thickness difference there, just amazing. Alright, and here's a bottom shot of the Soundstream MC500. You can see there's a little panel here, which I'm going to pull off shortly. There's 2 little openings here, channel A and channel B, for the stereo mono switch. And there's one of the little covers here missing. But it's pretty rare to even find them with one. Most of the time both of those are missing. But let me pull this panel off real quick and we'll see what's underneath. Alright, as you can see, we have 30 amp fuses here. And these are set for the 4 ohm mode or 8 ohm bridge mode right now. If we wanted to make it the 2 ohm mode or 4 ohm bridge, we'd have to slide those over to the next slot. So there's 60 amps of fusing here for that. That's what that's all about. Alright, I know you guys are going to ask, and just because old school stereo fans and subscribers are the best, I'm going to take the bottom panel off here and we're going to see what this joker is all about on the inside. Let's see them guts. Alright guys, I'm so close. I've got all the screws out except for one, and this one was rounded off. It uses this Torx bit. It's actually the same Torx bit as the Orion amplifiers, but this one is just completely rounded off. So I'm going to work with it for a few minutes and see if I can get it out. Hopefully I will, because I want to show you guys the guts. As I'm sure you suspected, Big D is not going to leave you hanging. A little Dremel action. And we've got a slotted screw now. So let's take off that bottom panel and see what it looks like. And here we go, my friends. The beauty guts of the Soundstream MC500. You see there on the circuit board. Looks like the circuit board could stand to be cleaned a little bit. And I'm betting these caps need to be replaced. These are the fuse holders, I guess, from the bottom part. Actually no, the fuses come in over here. Here's the fuses. I'm not sure what. Those are resistors or something. Anyway, there you have it. The Soundstream MC500 guts. Bet you haven't seen many of these. Especially still around. Very, very nice looking amplifier here. Separate boards and everything. Looks like we have the 2 stereo boards here, and it looks like all the power supply is here. Those toroids are kind of small based on the newer amps that you'll see. See much bigger toroids in those, and also the caps. And they're pretty beefy for each channel. 2200 microfarad, 50 volt. I bet those probably need to be replaced. So I might get Aaron at Envision Electronics to work on this for me and get it back to new. But anyway, so there's the guts. I guess now we could end this on a good note and go ahead and put it on the bench and just test it out and see if it works. Let's do that next. Alright fellas, here we go. Got this joker hooked up, and it looks like you could maybe squeeze 8 gauge wire in the terminals there. I used 10 gauge for the power, and I just had a 12 gauge for my ground. And tested out all channels. They all work. The only thing I see is the light there for input connector A is not on. The LED light, see how it's on there? Bass extension works, although you can't really tell from this little cheapo speaker. I guess you can tell there when I turn that up a little bit where it can actually hear that frequency range. But anyway, I'm going to go look at the manual real quick and see how to bridge it. I can't remember if it's the 2 outsides or if it's left plus, right minus. Let me find that out real quick and we'll try bridged. Alright, I just checked out the Soundstream manual, and it is the 2 outside, the left plus and right plus, and you have to make sure that you flip the switch on the bottom and do that with it powered down, of course. And I did that, powered it down, and actually switched both. The neat thing about this amp, as old as it is, in the late 80s, you could actually use this as a 3-channel amp. So you could have stereo for your front channels, and you could bridge mono to your subwoofer, which I know, you know, that's not a big deal these days, but back in 1989, that was kind of, you know, not the mainstay for amplifiers. Some of them did it, but not many. Now let's move it to the channel B. So there you have it. Soundstream MC500 raw power, old school. No built-in crossovers to color the signal. Just straight out raw class AB power with 2 stereo amplifiers and a huge chassis to make a 4-channel amplifier and a separate power supply section. Very nice, very rare. Soundstream MC500. There you have it, folks. Another old school amplifier review from Big D Wiz, oldschoolstereo.com. Stay tuned, guys. We'll have more interesting old school gear up soon. This is Big D Wiz. I'm out of here.